He puts the lit in liturgical, and I'd say he's pretty fly, not just for a rabbi. Please rise as the ark is opened and say shalom to Rabbi Eytan Hammerman.
It's great to see you. I like your jacket, of course.
Rabbi, the world has gone mashugana. It's a difficult time for so many, and it's during times of uncertainty and fear, like these recent weeks, that spiritual leaders are in highest demand. I can't imagine how stressful this quarantine has been for you and your fellow clergymen and women.
Indeed. Religion gives us a place of safety and a place of comfort, and maybe more than anything, for many, a place of familiarity. Most of us, not all, but most of us get our religion from our parents. And actually, for some of us, for some religions, God is considered the ultimate parent. You know, Scott, from synagogue that we sing, Avinu Malkeinu.
I know that from Fish concerts.
Oh, right. Of course, they sing it too. But they didn't write that one.
No?
That one they got from going to synagogue with their parents.
When's the last time you were able to convene for services in person?
We had a beautiful bat mitzvah on March 8th. I remember talking to your dad over the Kiddush, and we were trying to figure out what we were going to do. And I don't think we've had anything in the synagogue in terms of a service since that second week of March. Because, you know, here in Westchester, we saw some of the first cases in New York and in the country. And therefore, we closed up first. We used to say out of an abundance of caution. Now we say because we have to.
Purim was the first casualty.
Yeah.
And we thought that was a shanda. And then Passover. Are you able to do virtual services? Is it okay to Zoom on Shabbat? Can we relax some of the rules a little bit?
We've been doing a lot of Zoom services, not actually on Shabbat, but we're doing a pre and a post Shabbat service. And we're having services more often than we ever do before. Every single morning, people are gathering. And any of your viewers are most welcome. Check us out at jccch.org.
I gotta say, it's easier to make a minyan when you don't have to get up out of bed and drive somewhere.
We'll take you. We'll count you amongst our 10, Scott. No problem.
Rabbi, this pandemic is obviously affecting so many people in so many aspects of our lives, but it's really throwing off the JCC social calendar. You know, bar and bat mitzvahs that were scheduled, not happening, weddings, brisses. Is our technology advanced enough to pull off a virtual circumcision?
Well, the Mohels are still doing their thing. They're still meeting with the family, and everyone else participates via Zoom. We had a baby naming a couple weeks ago of a couple who got married at the synagogue back last year, and they had 400 people at their baby naming. So the happy things are still managing to happen. We have our first Zoom bar mitzvah next Thursday afternoon. But really the most amazing thing that I've seen is how Zoom has transformed our saddest moments. A funeral may normally have 50 people, whoever's able to drive. But now all of our funerals, and we've had way too many, including a number of COVID victims connected to the synagogue.
Mm.
These funerals have seen hundreds of participants. I put my iPhone in my shirt pocket, and everyone from around the world can participate and can show love and support for the mourners. And the same thing, you know, Scott, what a shiva is. A shiva is an opportunity to give comfort at the home to the mourners. And we just had 2 this evening. And the shiva families are just being embraced and smothered with love from across the globe. People who wouldn't have made it if it was just an in-person shiva. So it's amazing how the technology is being utilized. I wonder if the people at Zoom are keeping track of just how and why their fantastic technology is being used for purposes like this.
A socially distanced cyber shiva. But of course, the pros are you get more people involved, but the cons, no bagels, no babka. I mean,
feed yourself, man. You got to feed yourself in these things.
BYO. Judaism is chock full of ritual hand washing. I always thought it was a little OCD, but now it seems we were way out in front of this thing.
You got it. We knew what we were talking about all those years ago. In fact, the Torah portion this week is all about quarantine. It's all about sending people out of the community for their own safety and for the safety of the community. Now what we've done is we've sent all of ourselves out of public into private, and it's a good thing. The Torah talked about it more than 3,000 years ago, and here we are in our day and age, living those very passages, so that we can hopefully get back to some semblance of normal life really soon. Open our synagogues, open our churches, and open ourselves back to normalcy as much as we can.
One final question. Now that we as a society have been blessed with the miracle of plant-based meat, have you helped yourself to a cheeseburger?
I sure have. I can't decide though, between Beyond and Impossible, but I do love them both.
Hallelujah. It's like people getting cochlear implants and hearing for the first time. You bite into that Impossible cheeseburger and a whole new world's opened up to you.
It's pretty good.
IsoLate Night with Scott Rogowski, live every Sunday through Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern.